Well, I put it in my pack for now, so we have time to discuss it if we want what we want to do with it.
And I would say that it is on my to-do list to acquire the identify spell. When we if and when we have enough funds to do that.
So who wants to do a quick recap so we can get Eric up to speed at the very least?
Basically, this is Gallia's last free day because tomorrow the King's Games are about to start, which means she goes into the service of Lord Simonder. We were on our way to a farm to pick up Lord Simonder's horse called Lady, and
Miss
when
Ivory.
getting close, Miss Ivory, okay. When getting close to the farm, we noticed smoke. Gallia and Vinnick rode ahead on Gallia's new mount. She has a steed now. And they were the first to see that the barn and the servants' quarters were all abrupt in flame. So Gallia and Vinnick jumped into the burning horse barn, got 2 horses out with taking some fire/smoke damage. I think it was Jimmy's character noticed this little water barrel that was moving. There was a servant inside of it. And then the servant said that the cultist rounded up the last of the noble from those houses and took them to this windmill, the old grinder. Upon getting here, some cultists attacked us. We go down to the basement, see they have sacrificed one of the nobles and summoned a great demon. That's the Eldon Lobo you see with the X over. And then this Countess Martari, this Countess here, she said we weren't going to ruin her plans and cast Fireball, which killed all the other cultists except for Christophilus and hurt all of us down here because it was a big old fireball.
Oh, wow.
A couple of minor things.
We killed...
Christophus was one of the cultists, and he basically wants to go back home with his fatherly figure, Randall.
So you kind of snapped
Randall's
out
brother
of it.
was a cultist.
And the only minor thing as well is they did say that they summoned a demon already, or a devil, I guess, and the devil's gone. So there's a devil out there somewhere. And then they summoned Eldon Lobo, and they were going to summon a third one, but you interrupted the last ritual. But there's a demon or a devil that's been released that's presumably out there somewhere.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and something to note. Malcolm was very suspicious to us because my character Bass picked up the dagger and he was like, "What's your alignment?" And then nothing happened with Bass, and Bass just kind of threw it over his shoulder and let it hit the ground, mocking it like, "Haha, my sight's bigger."
And I think Jimmy picked it up, right, Jimmy?
Yep.
Yeah, I picked it up and put it in my pack.
Yeah, but feel free not...
Happened to Jimmy.
Nothing happened to Jimmy. Feel free not to meta that, though, just as a note.
Yeah.
We also found out at the beginning of the session there were doppelgangers that had duped us into helping with the feather that was out there.
Oh, the golden mask.
Yeah, the golden mask. And there's doppelgangers in the city.
And the gold, you were scammed out of the gold. So...
Yeah, there's a clan of doppelgangers, and they're in this group called the Golden Mask.
The Golden Mask. Well, it sounds like a lot has happened. Was it only one session I missed, or was it 2?
Just the one, I think.
I think it was just the one.
Just the one, yeah.
Because we paused for 4th of July, and then...
Oh, right. Time flies.
Right. So, what would you like to do? So we picked it up. The last thing that happened was Shinigami put this dagger in his backpack, and there was discussion of getting back to Odenbeer to report the happenings to Lord Simondur. If nothing else, you've got to give him his horse. And so just as a quick check, Gayla, do you want to see if you can flip your token around?
Yeah. I'll learn the
Right-click.
interface.
There you go. Look at that. Magnificent. All right.
All right.
Whoa, nice. That's cool.
Okay. I'll say we have to bring the lords and ladies up and take them back to the village. We have to report this. This is awful.
Is there? I don't know. Am I there?
Yes, you are there.
Okay. Christopoulos, do you have any idea where this other devil might be?
I don't know. I mean, not long before you got here, they sacrificed one of the noble families, and the demon or devil. But the only thing I can say that was a female, if that makes any sense. And they called her the Redeemer. That's all I got. Female devil called the Redeemer.
And I'm sorry if this is a rehash. Did you already question Christopoulos about, like, I mean, he was part of this. Are we sure he's not anymore?
Look! When combat broke out, did you see me fighting you? No. This whole thing just got darker than I could ever possibly imagine. Basically, I was looking at a way to get from this dope, and he points to Randall, and I didn't realize it would go this far. I'm like, demon summoning, like, holy crap. I just want to go home.
Well, your brother resides in the Gorso Manor. I suggest that's where you should go, considering you still owe me that 10 gold.
Yeah, I'll get to scrubbing, mister. Don't worry about that.
Well, we also have someone upstairs knocked out that we need to tie up or to go with capture and for questioning, so he can report or not report. He can be the person that the authorities deal with, the Red Cloaks.
Yeah, maybe they know where this devil or demon is heading,
or more about this cult in general.
Yeah.
But we need to do that first, but we also then need to bring up the lords, bring them to the property.
That sounds good.
You're bringing the charred bodies up?
Oh, they're completely charred. The nobles are not recognizable.
Well, they ate a fireball with an already load there. I think it'd be fair to say they're charred corpses. I mean, they're commoners, right? 4 hit points, and they took 30 odd points of damage.
Well, we collect like their jewelry or rings that would signify them as royalty, as lords, not as lords and nobles. So we have that like dog tags, I guess.
Yeah, some
Sure.
type of signet rings or family crest or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They're from the Rumlin family, and I guess Gala would know. For a long time, they've been responsible for the running of the royal stud farm, like taking care of horses and stuff. It's a long, respected family. And now they are no more.
Yeah. All right. So let's go get that guy.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it.
Actually,
Is there 2? It looks like there's 2 up there. Tobron and Rebrove.
I think
It's just Rebrov is the one that's knocked out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you head up to the ground level of the old grinder. Rebrov is incredibly beat up, but you hear shallow breathing. He will live. And you do know that you would have time to get back to Odin Beer It's kind of half a day there on well-traveled roads and half a day back. Like you're basically there.
All right.
We take a short rest before we leave. Like, you
Sure.
guys want to take a short rest?
Yes, I would love that.
Okay, I see no reason why you couldn't take a long rest, so feel free to heal up and get spell slots back and all that good stuff.
Nice.
Is applicable.
Malcolm, I would like to request one thing. I would like to use 2 spell slots to cast Continual Flame. One is going to be like a Gandalf style thing where I can just put a little crystal in a pouch or take it out and put it on my staff for light.
Sure.
So I can cover it up. And I'm going to do a second thing that I could tie to Timely's leg, if that's okay. So I can, it's kind of like two things that have Continual Flame on it. I can cover up when it's not in use. And
Sure.
so two second level spell slots to do that.
Easy enough to do. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Gandalf
Thank you.
staff and
Yeah.
And your owl is a glowing owl now. Good old Timely. Okay, got it. No problem.
Thank you.
So short rest. Successfully done. So feel free to, as I said, roll hit dice and all that good stuff. And during this time, I'm gonna say that Rebrov wakes up. He says, "Alright, I can see by these bodies around me, things have not gone too well. Old Sam and Tobron there are my brothers, but hey, let's let bygones be bygones. You let me out of here, I'll be on my way, you be on yours, and I won't take it personally that you killed my brothers. What do you say, gents? And miss, my apologies."
Jimmy?
I was gonna say, I feel like Shinigami is the best to
I do something, but Jimmy.
talk to this person.
Yeah, sorry, but I forgot what he did.
Cultist. He helped kill and
He's one of
murder,
the cultists.
burn down all that stuff, and part of the whole cult.
Unfortunately, it's not that easy. You have been engaging in multiple crimes, and as soon as I pull up that list, I'll tell you what those crimes are.
And I heard you use somebody throwing the word cultist. I got no cultist blood in me. I'm just a hired hand, mercenary for hire. And, it's just a simple money transaction. You came in here all guns a-blazing and we defended ourselves, as we're supposed to do as mercenaries. Perfectly legal operation. Hired muscle.
Hired muscle
Jimmy,
to
quick
do
reminder.
what? Hired muscle to do what?
He did have a trap right over this door that crushed Randall. Just FYI.
And what were you hired to do again?
Just stop people going down the stairs. And of course, this is not your legal property. We're merely defending ourselves with this trap that this gentleman mentioned.
So you weren't allowing people to leave?
And allowing people to enter, as is our right. So once again, Mr. Red Cloak, if you consider self-defense a crime, then cuff me up. Otherwise, I'll simply be on my way.
I may need a DM's help on this.
Sure.
if any of these things, because I'm thinking, I mean, if he wasn't letting anybody leave, that's that's uh, kidnapping, but I don't really see this on the list you gave me.
Oh, kidnapping is a... Wait, sorry, he wasn't letting anybody enter. Like, he let the people in, and he's saying it's his right to allow... not allow people into the place that he's in, right? He's just... I mean, which is... It's a bullshit story, right? He's claiming he's defending his own home, and plainly this is not his home. But he's claiming, I'm just protecting my property. Self-defense. And you do recall that this millstone fell on top of a Randall when it came in. Just protecting myself. So,
But he really was one of the cultists, right?
Well, he doesn't look like a cultist. All the cultists have got dark cloaks on, and there's very much a look to him. He does look like a hired hand as opposed to a cultist.
All right, but you still, if someone were to rob somebody's home and the person simply drives the getaway carriage, they're still just as guilty of the crime as those that went in and committed the robbery. And these cultists were not only murdering, but they were also engaging in blasphemy.
Oh, blasphemy's not a crime under King Waldron, friend. Free speech and all that. Now look, if you're going to talk about mass murder, he looks around and he sees bodies of cultists just strewn around the place. To ask yourself if I'm guilty of murder by association, and so are you. Dead bodies everywhere. I don't see any on your side injured or dead. Well, maybe injured, but not dead. So net effect, you came in here, we're doing our thing, and now all of us are dead.
Doing my job is not up for discussion, and these are people who are working with me under my guidance. I've weighed your actions and your allegiances, and I find you guilty of blasphemy, and I find you guilty of assisted murder. For blasphemy, I pass a sentence of 4 years. For murder, I find you guilty and sentence you to 20 years at hard labor, because to be served consecutively.
Wow, friend, you're the Red Cloak, what you say is law. But as you, I assume, drag me back to Odenbeer, I'm going to be talking about the massacre at Old Grinder. How the Red Coat came and killed, what, 8, 9, 10, 12 people? The massacre at Old Grinder, that's got a good ring to it, doesn't it?
That does sound pretty good. How do these bracelets feel? And I put the shackles on him.
I'm gonna. This is a. I'm gonna say. Shinigami isn't letting a devil or demon out. That's also a crime, right? And I think one of the punishments is like removal of the tongue or something like that. I'm trying to be intimidation, but it's like, but maybe, I don't know, maybe if they help you track down the devil by giving us information, then maybe that one maybe it wouldn't be a punishment. I don't know. What do you think, Shinigami?
Make an
I'll
intimidation roll,
gladly
Torel.
cut his tongue out.
Yeah.
Can I assist?
If you're also proficient in intimidation or proficient in
I
intimidation.
am.
Okay,
This
let's.
would be a much better role for you to do, but I'll do it.
Since you let it, Toriel.
Sure. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, as I said, yeah, I don't look. The guy's passed his sentence. You're no red cloak. You have no say here. All right, I'll go. Trust me, the prisons are going to be ringing with the sound of the massacre at the old grinder.
Shinigami. I like Toriel's idea. Let me cut his tongue out.
I've already passed my sentence.
You obviously don't know that if this man convinces all the prisoners and they somehow get out, you have a mob after you.
I understand. I'm not concerned.
Look, you've passed.
Ouch.
He kind of stumbles over his word. He's, for some reason, his tongue is still there. That might be the first thing to look at. But he's struggling to talk for some reason.
I look over at Bass, see if he's sparking or something.
I literally just give you the.
Oh well, that's convenient.
He says,
It might be best if you just try and save your breath and not talk.
kind of puts on a grumpy face, and he seems to be resigned that A, he's going to spend a long time in prison, and B, he's given up on talking and pleading his case for now.
Do we have a ranger amongst us? Seems like we do, but I'm not sure. Is Venix a fighter, right? Okay, we haven't got a
Yes.
ranger.
Yep,
All right,
fighter.
never mind. That was Eric. I would imagine Toriel would know if we had a ranger, but
No
does
ranger.
anyone?
Too much sunshine, man. It burns your brain.
Yeah, right. That's true. Can anyone track? I mean, I don't know if this devil left tracks, but I would think it might stand out unless it just has normal feet, humanoid feet.
Christophilus didn't have wings. What kind of devil was it, looking wise?
Oh, it had wings. It flew
Oh.
away.
That's not going to work. Okay, well, never mind. How long ago was that?
Oh. Maybe when she took flight, maybe an hour, 2 hours?
Okay. Any idea which direction she went or it went?
I'm gonna make him roll or something. Ah,
Whoa.
yeah, absolutely. I know. She headed northwards. Oops. And if I had to guess, I think she went to Odenbeer.
An hour. And I'm sorry, Malcolm, how long did you say it takes? Half a day to get back?
Yeah, half a day there, half a day back, and she in Christophilus's. She flew to Odenbeer like 2 hours ago.
All right. Well, it's sorry, it might be a bad idea, but I wanted to see what you guys think. I could send Timely who is a fast flyer. I don't know if the devil flies faster or not, but if Timely is faster, then perhaps Timely could catch up. Well, just catch up long enough to get eyes on what. Well, maybe just see where it goes. Doesn't not try to attack it or anything. Just try to see where it goes.
Are we going to drag this prisoner along with us?
Well, yeah, it would have to fly ahead of us, and Timely would have to come back. I wouldn't be able to communicate with her.
She can meet us if there's nothing to see. Meet us at Oathbreaker. At the
Yes.
entrance.
Yes.
Good.
I'll give it a try. I'll ask Timely to. It doesn't hurt. Just stay low, stay out of danger. Don't get too close. Just see if you can. See
What
if
am I
you
looking
can.
for? What am I looking for? Trail a demon?
Yes. Say flying. Sounds like a flying humanoid. There probably won't be that many flying humanoids.
All right.
And Timely has a 60-foot flying speed, and of course she will double time it.
Okay, so Timely goes off and desperately tries to presume catch up with this devil, and she flutters away. And you don't know if she'll catch up or not, and before long she gets out of your 100-foot range, but you can definitely report. She can report back if she finds something. But
Okay.
Timely flutters away.
Well, let's collect the horses and head back.
All right. Let's do that.
All right. So you, Oppo, you can summon and unsummon, right? It's almost like a familiar. Is that right, Daniel?
I believe you can unsummon it. Let me look at it real quick. I'm gonna have the gazetteer open. Oh, Flying Steed. So if I dismiss it, it disappears, leaving no physical form, and I can cause it disappear. In either case, I have to cast it again if I want to make it disappear. So no, if it disappears, I have to recast it.
Okay.
So I'll just have it with me.
Sure. And what happens if Oppo dies?
She disappears like she didn't exist.
Okay. And you just have to summon the spell again.
You understand? There's the language I speak. I can communicate like a familiar, basically up to 100 feet or
Okay,
1 mile. Within
we'll
1
try
mile.
to- Sure. We'll treat it like a familiar, so you have to recast the spell, but you can bring her back and forth, and if she dies, she can come back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Gala gets up on Oppo, and the rest of you peasants start walking back to Odenbeer. Now, I assume where's your prisoner?
We can one horse back. One of the horses he has to go. Just tie him up and throw him on the back of one of the horses because we have a brown horse and a white horse.
Sure. Something?
Out of nowhere comes a fireball. By the way, I couldn't read.
Chasing the demon. The demon's chasing us now. Thanks, Eric. You let him know that we're coming.
I couldn't when I clicked on the games. I couldn't read the tournament thing. It was too fuzzy. Because
Oh, was it?
anybody else would.
Well, I'll explain the games anyway. That was just to give him a bit of a preview. So I'll explain the games as they come up.
Okay.
Okay, and I whispered something to you, Toriel.
Okay. All right. How do you whisper back? Is it GM?
Whisper. Just do /whisper Malcolm.
/W
Oh,
and then GM.
Gotcha.
/W space GM.
Trusting party with all these whispers flying around. Sure. Do one of those, Eric.
all right. And this, I'll just do. Should I just whisper this too?
Sure.
That's /GR, I believe.
And you just do the D20 plus or minus your modifier. Whatever it is. That'll be an easy way to do it. Oh! Okay, I see it. That's what you get for that roll.
All right. I'll just I'm just going to mentally note that for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me. Okay. So you head back to Odinbeer. The journey back is relatively uneventful. You know some of the farmers from around this area and providing the bread basket for Odinbeer are all heading to Odinbeer, presumably for the King's Games as they are due to start. And as you get back into into Odinbeer, things are already starting to happen. Crowds are gathering, streamers are putting up, the booths, the excitement is starting to get up, and children are running around. They're up too late, and yeah, the city is abuzz, more abuzz than you've ever seen it before. It is going off. You arrive just before sunset, we'll say.
Well, I suppose we should drop the prisoner off and then be on our way.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so it's easy enough for you to take the prisoner and begin processing him. And there's no paperwork to do. I mean, you are the law. You are the jury. So you drop off the prisoner, and he's going to spend, 24 years in hard labor. And for some strange reason, I mean, he was all talking about the massacre at Old Grinder, but he is strangely silent. This was his kind of petty revenge to cast aspersions against you guys. But to be fair, there was a massacre at the Old Grinder. Regardless, the prisoner is dropped off. And what else would you like to do?
Gotta take the horse to Lord Simonder and find out where the other one, to drop the other one off too, and hopefully he can help find out where it goes.
Okay, so if anybody doesn't want to go over to the Monder Villa, just let me know. But you drop off.
Prestidigitation to clean the horses before we get there. That way they don't have the soot and ash on them.
Cleaning them up, sure, no problem. It does nothing for the burns, though. So they're clean, but they've got some fairly nasty burns. They're going to survive. these beautiful animals.
I can part of my ASMR, I can heal things like touch. Could I heal the wound?
Sure. So you cast some healing on both horses, and they are the wounds sort of close up. Don't look nearly the burns close up, but there's still going to be some scarring left there. But I mean, these are war horses, right? They're not no ordinary stallions, so it's almost expected for them to get damaged. So they're a little bit scarred. But you approach the Monder estate, and Lord Monder is there and says, welcome back, everybody. I see you bought my horse back. What do you think? I'm assuming no news is good news. So thank you for the return of my... No?
The worst news possible. There was a fire we encountered when we were halfway there. I rode off with one of my companions, and I'll mention the Venick. And Venick and I got to the barn. It was ablaze. We had to break the barn door open and free the horses. The house was burned down, and we led a trail to the windmill to, I forgot what you called it, the name.
Old Grinder.
The old Grinder. And there were cultists, and there was a demon summoning. And the Lord Rumley and his wife were sacrificed down in the old Grinder, and two demons were summoned. We dealt with one, but one was escaped before we arrived.
Well, holy shit. Well, first of all, the Rumlins are trusted old friends. What? I hesitate to ask us what happened to them. Did any escape?
I'm sorry, what was that again?
He wants to know if any of the noble family escaped, and the answer is no.
No, as far as we found none.
This is
there was
tragic.
a servant that escaped, but that survived. He escaped, but that was it.
Minor consolation, I guess. Oh, this is terrible news. And you said 2 demons were summoned. What can you tell me about them?
One was named. Oh God, I didn't write his name down.
You can just say that.
The one that escaped was named the Redeemer. It was a female with wings. Flew off, and someone there pointed that it went in our direction where we're currently at.
Oh my goodness! So there could be a devil about. I was hoping for better news, quite frankly, Gala, but this is terrible. The Rumlin's dead. A demon, devil, whatever the hell it is here. The Redeemer. Does that mean anything to any of you? The Redeemer. Any ideas? Any thoughts?
I have history. Can I roll for a history check?
Sure. Bass doesn't ring a bell.
Talk about dragons.
Toriel also is good with history. May she roll?
Sure.
And I'm going to guidance myself, if I may.
Sure.
It's a good start. How about a 29?
Toriel. Redeemer is a very generic name. It's like a revenge or something equally. It doesn't really nail it down. What you do realize, though, is when devils are summoned back like this with a name like Redeemer, they have a task to do. What that might be, you don't know. We suspect this was summoned for a reason. What that reason might be, you don't know. No idea.
Okay, I will mention that what little I know about it, and also say that we believe that the demon or devil was heading here.
And it flew here, you say, Taria.
Oh, also, have I had a chance to reunite with Timely since we've been back?
Oh yeah, Timely flutters back and didn't see anything. She was either too slow or the devil, the winged devils evaded her.
Yeah.
All right. So
I-
winged devil. All right. I mean, this is a very inopportune time with the King's games. Many of the guard are making sure that things go well. Sometimes people get inebriated too much. So we're kind of stretched. So maybe after the King's game, we can launch into a full investigation. I'd appreciate your advice on this, Shinigami. Do you think this investigation can wait? We are stretched quite thin at the moment.
Yeah, it appears the resources just aren't there right now, and it's the king's will for these games, so we can't deny him the games.
All right. Let me add it to my too hard basket just for now. I'll get old Miss Ivory, put her ceremonial robes on, and we'll start with the royal procession tomorrow. And of course, big day for you tomorrow, Gala.
Yes, it is.
Well, enjoy the King Games and expect an audience with the King once the Battle of the Champions is over. But for now, unless there's something else, I suggest you all get a good rest. I encourage you to join in the festivities. And we'll see you come morning.
Shall I? Do I?
Thank you.
Or do I just attend the games normally?
Well, just attend the games normally. Even participate in the Battle of the Champions if you so choose. But after the Battle of the Champions, that's traditionally when the new Knights of the Crown are sworn in. So enjoy the day. Compete in the Battle of the Champions. Do the Battle of the Tipsy Tombs, whatever you like, Gala. The duty calls after that.
Okay, I will see you tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you. Oh, we had a spared another horse. We don't know who it belonged to. Hopefully your pen here can hold it until we find who it belongs to.
Of course. Okay, so you leave Lord Simonder's estate. Whereabouts are you staying? If there's anything else you wish to do tonight, let me know.
I like to do something tonight, but I got a quick question. Around this whole area, I'm pinging 43.
Mm-hmm.
This is the fist. I was reading the Gazetteer.
Mm-hmm.
The Fist of Azanar. It's basically like a siege engines that help protect the city. They have multiple levels. It's like a bastion on each corner here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way visibly to get into it from the ground? I can see. I'm just curious as I've been walking around, living around here.
Oh yeah, they're kind of heavily guarded because they don't want peasants coming into the high district. But there's like stairs they can get. Like guards are more or less posted on top of these at all times, so you could get on top of those, no problem.
So the guards up there. Okay.
And the guards might have a problem with you up there, but there's a way to get up there.
And also, the beginning of the last session, we translated that note I had, and it said the fort on top of the wall. So that's why I'm asking about the fort, Turiel.
Oh, sorry. What I missed that question. What?
No. Just letting you know, I was asking about these towers because there's I have a note that says go to the fort on top of the towers or on top of the wall. I believe it said. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking about that.
Thank you.
Hideout at the top. So, anyways, all right.
Okay.
I asked a question.
Okay, so we'll rest up. You could rest up at the Gala's Manor or even the Gorso Manor. This is something you wish to do. We can just fast forward to the next day. And as I said, the city is abuzz with cheering and yelling. As you wake up from the various villa, you see the festivities has already started. And you see some people going alongside the Riverside Parade, throwing rose petals. And not long behind the rose petals is Lord Signmonder on his Miss Ivory steed and some other knights of the crowns. And yes, a long rest. And they're and like about 5 or 6 royal guards there. And behind them is the royal coach. And you see King Waldron waving, and you see Queen Lyrencia waving, doing the classic twist the wrist type of minimal wave. And you see Princess Athena. She's not waving, she's sticking her head out, basically pulling the finger and saying, "Hey, you look like a piece of crap. And you should, if my dog looked like you, I'd make it walk backwards, arsehole first. That would look better than you are." And she's just insulting everybody with these vile insults. And she's constantly laughing at her own jokes, even though they're not at all funny, they're just crude. And you see King Waldron come over and kind of whisper in her ear, presumably to calm her down. And she just kind of brushes her off and continues to pull the bird to people, insult them, and she's taken away from the majesty of the situation. But they do a circuit around Oathbreaker. They don't make it out to the shanties, but they do go through the South District. You see Lord Signmonder is on extra close watch. He's watching the proceedings, making sure nobody does anything untoward towards the royal carriage. In other words, doing his job, protecting the royal family. So eventually it returns back. And the very first game... So this one takes place all the way down here in the Dragon Plaza. Now there's a bronze statue there of King Azanar and the foul dragon that Shinigami actually helped drive away, which is where he received his injury. So this is a statue commemorating King Azanar's victory over the Doppeldrake, as it was called. And there's a tent that's been erected there, almost like a circus tent. And outside is colourful painted long benches. And there is a sign outside that says, "Welcome to the Battle of the Tipsy Tunes. The first prize is a scroll of the instant tense spell, sponsored by the Emporium of Marvelous Rarities." And you see, this seems to be a competition of musical ability combined with drinking. So if you think you could be good at this, let me know and we can set you up. Drinking and singing competition.
That's not me.
Drinking. Vinnick, how's your stomach?
I'm always up to a challenge. What are we drinking?
We've got the we have some spirits from the Spirited Leaf Liquor Monastery. It's a monastery not far out here, famous for their alcoholic beverages. Most people would pay good money to drink one of their spirits. But if you join in our competition for the merely sum of 3 gold pieces, you'll get to sample the liquor from the Spirited Leaf and sing us a tune. What do you say, good sir?
Drink and sing? Oh my
Drink
god.
and sing.
Yes, I'll do. Do I know this place, this establishment, or a place that brews this? Is this?
Oh, the Spirited Leaf Liquor.
Yeah.
Someone like Gayla would definitely know about it. This is very expensive, very nice liquor, brewed by monks in a monastery. It's quite the drop, shall we say?
All right, I'm in. I got 3 gold pieces. Where do I give you? Where do I give it to you?
Right. Well, let's watch one of the performers first, shall we? And you can get the idea. So
That sounds like a great idea.
the first contestant is a male elf named Zamazoa, and he announced, "Hello, I am a graduate of the College of Minstrels. I'll be sure to play you some tunes, and the alcohol will not inhibit me at all. And I apologize for those who must come after me, because my performance will be magnificent." And he sculls the spirited liquor, and he turns an immediate shade of green. Hasn't done all well. And he lets out a performance, and it's dreadful. And then he comes up for his second round of drinks. He sculls it again, and he just gets so inebriated, so completely wasted, that people just end up booing him. He talked himself up a lot, and they just boo and they hiss. He did a terrible job. Next person is a bard called Dorian. And if you remember, during the Clash of the Chefs, there was a minstrel playing this. This is Dorian. And she sits down. And she takes a drink of the spirited leaf. And she plays a song, and it's not so great. But then she takes her second shot of the spirited liquor, and she starts playing a tune magnificently. It seems the crowd is very impressed, and they start cheering her on. And her third performance is even better. And she just sings beautiful songs. Everybody stops and listens to it. It's beautiful. And the third contestant, I've pre-rolled all these things, by the way, in case you're wondering where I'm getting these from, is a lord. And he is very blustery. He says, "They're a simple bard to beat." But if his performance was bad, if the first performance was bad, his was even worse. And he just does an absolute hash of it, and he's completely out of it by the second shot of liquor. And it says, the proprietor of the establishment, "Okay, sir, what should I introduce you as?"
And referring to Venick?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm Venick, and I am a newcomer to this should we say sport?
And what instrument will you be playing? Or will you just be singing?
I don't play an instrument, and I'm actually not good at singing, but I'm always up for a challenge, so I'm going to try to sing.
All right. So, Venick the Untuned will be our next competitor. And they sit you in the front of the stage underneath this ginormous tent, and they put a shot of spirited leaf liquor in front of you. And I assume you throw it back, and I'm going to ask you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Go. I don't know why my dice rolls are not coming. Let me try that again. All right. Let me just roll a d20 here. I'm not sure why it's not coming through.
Sure.
Okay, so that is this. Ooh, +6. I got a 12.
+6. Well, you actually take your liquor quite well. The DC is 12, so thank goodness for that modifier. Now I'm going to ask you to make a performance check.
Performance. Go. Try it again on oh, it did work.
Okay, so your first tune doesn't go so well. That the crowd is mildly interested, but not so good. Make me another charisma constitution saving throw to take your second shot.
All right. I don't know why those are not coming through. Okay, so let me just roll a d20 again.
Sure. Plus 6,
So
16.
16.
So once again, you take your spirited liquor quite well. Now let's see if that helps your performance. Make me another performance check, please.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, actually, your first one actually went down quite well. We'll take the first 17. But your second one, the liquor's getting to you, not so great. So make me one more constitution saving throw.
Seems very challenging. All right, Constitution. Yeah, that's so weird. That's not coming through. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah,
Okay.
look at that.
Once again, if nothing else, you're taking your liquor well. And make me another performance check. 14. So the crowd is number one impressed with your ability to take drink and apparently not be terribly bad at it. So let's give you a nice clap. Total points you earned is just 2. And that gives you a solid second place. So not enough for the prize not enough for the prize, unfortunately. So the scroll of magic tents goes to Dorian, the bard. And she gives you a plate. Everybody gives her a nice clap. Takes your prize and is humbled by it. And the crowd gives a big cheer. And then moves over to the next event. The next event is over at 63. This is a competition where you have to balance on a pole. A sign would be revealed. You have to identify the sign, like whether it's a duck, a rabbit, a deer, something like that, and then take your shot. So this is very much an archery perception competition, I guess. So who would like to enter this one?
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, is Vinny doing this also? Okay, got it. So we're asking for new contestants.
Oh, no, you can do this as well. As long as you got 3 gold pieces, Vinnick, you can do this as well.
I feel like I might have a better chance this one. I will enter this one.
Okay. So as long as you got 3 gold pieces to spare, that's fine. Anybody else?
Does it have to be archery, or will a ranged spell attack work?
It's got to be archery. It's an archery competition, though bows can be provided. Just Vinnick again. Anybody else? Good with a bow?
You.
Okay, Vinnick. So, this is done outside kind of the halls of the lawgiver. Some targets have been set up, and there's an archery range 60 feet away. And first up, so once again, so you can keep get an idea of what happens. A visitor from this from a place called the Droll City of Zolt. It's come a long way to do this. She says, "Watch this, Anglorians. This is how we do it in Zolt." And she stands up on this pole with a thing onto it. She wobbles a little bit, then keeps her balance. Gets her bow ready, and the people flash a picture of a squirrel, and she says, "That is a bat," and it wasn't so good. And she shoots her bow, and she misses. Overall, the net effect from that is she gets -1 points for missing the target. She then takes a second shot. Does the same thing again, calls out the wrong target and misses the boards completely. Last one, she manages to call the right target, but just catches it just on the rim. And total, she gets -2 points, so she's quite embarrassed. The next one, a member of the Royal Arrows, a stock and trade thing, he gets up. He keeps his balance. He picks out the right target. He makes the shot. 2 points. Does it again. Same thing. 2 points. So he keeps on calling out the right target, and he gets a total of 6 points. A couple of other competitors come, but they're quite bad. So now it's time for Vinnick to come up. So first of all, you need to balance on top of this pole, Vinnick. So can you make me an acrobatics check, please?
It can't be athletics.
Acrobatics, definitely balance. Oh, you balance on top of it. And then there's all these... you notice them shuffling this paintings of animals, and they flip open the cover just for a second and then close it again. Your job is to work out which animal it was, and you can do that with a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, you see rabbit, and you call it out correctly, rabbit. Now it's time to take your shot. So far, so good. So just make an attack roll with your bow, Vinnick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Classic.
Question: How far away is Toriel from this?
She's 60 feet away from the target, if that's what your question is.
Oh, no. Wait, how far away is Toriel from Vennick?
I imagine you're right behind him, cheering him on.
If I was to use... this is not a spell, right? So this is... sorry. Chronal Shift is just... here, let me put it up here. I just don't want to get caught cheating, but I feel like... how can I not put this up?
Well, let's tell you what happens first, because this might change your mind. Roll me a d6, Vinnick, and roll high.
Okay. That didn't work last time. We'll give it a try.
The arrow is hitting for a bystander in the crowd, Toriel.
I knew that was going to happen.
I would like to do a Chronal Shift.
Sure.
And I'll put it... I can't... For some reason, I can't share it normally, so I'm just going to copy it and paste it in.
Sure. Its reaction. Yeah. You can do that, and it's more or less adjusting time all around you. I'm going to say no one even notices you doing it. So a quick twist, time changes, and Vinnick, you can take another shot with your longbow.
All right.
All right.
14. 14. I'm looking at the wrong page. It will explain it. Oh, still looking at the wrong page. I'm sorry. Thought I had this organized. Oh, okay. You miss. You miss the target. So Varus, your points for the first one. You get 1 point for maintaining your balance, 2 points for making the right target, and minus 1 point for missing the target altogether. So you got to get all the way back up to 6, so you better make the next shot counts. So you get another shot. So once again, get up on the... and make another... Again. Yeah, it's all the same things again. So acrobatics. 13, I think. 13... Uh, 13 is just good enough. You maintain your balance, no problem. And as you're up there balancing away, can you make me a perception check to identify the right animal?
Perception.
You also identify the right animal. So they pick up a dove, and you can quickly identify it as dove.
You got this.
And the crowd cheers along. They're very happy with this. Now you've got to make your shot. So just make an attack roll with your longbow. Oh, that is a fantastic shot. That hits it right in the bullseye. And you get 3 points for that.
Nice.
So at the moment, you get 5, yes, which ties you with a member of the Royal Crown. So it all comes down to your last roll. If you get a single point from this, you're golden. So once again, they set up the balancing pole for you. You climb up, try and balance. Make me an acrobatics check. 13 is a DC. Yep, balance once again, no problem. They flash up a sign. Make a perception check. Oh. All eyes turn to Toriel.
Is it? I think it's only. Oh, it is any of those. All right. I know this is clutch. I will use my last chronal shift to slow down the time so you can get a better look at this animal.
Another perception check. 15's the DC.
Perception. Here we go.
So, comes up with a picture of a wild bear, and you're misidentified as a rabbit. So, with your balance good, perception not good, you're at 0. So it all comes down to your final shot, Vinic. So, make an attack roll. I suggest you roll high.
Roll high, roll high.
Think it plinks off the side of the target. And that leaves us in a draw. And Vargos comes up to you and says, mighty good shootings, friend. What say we go one more round and the best? We'll take it to a tiebreaker. If you agree with that, I will agree with that.
Oh, absolutely. Did you do any competitions before we got to this event?
Oh no, I'm a member of the Royal Arrows. This is kind of what I do. My captain's given me permission to do this one event and this one event only.
I can appreciate that, but I also feel like I have a hand tied behind my back. I was throwing back shots at the event before. I kind of feel like to have this even playing field, you should do 3 shots, and then we would see if we're really equal or who's superior.
Make a persuasion check.
All right, persuasion. It's this one. Oh.
Look, I'm on duty after this, friend. The captain wouldn't approve of a drunk soldier, and you wouldn't wanted a drunk soldier protecting the city now, would you?
No. Good point. You get to why I would ask.
All right.
Just man.
Okay, let me go first. And I'm going to roll these. So for his acrobatics, he gets +2 to these. And he falls off, so that's -1. Oh, a bad start. And they bring out an animal, and he gets +5 to this, and he correctly identifies it as a bird. So at the moment he's at 0 points. It all comes down to his shot, and he gets a +4 to this. He gets a total of 0 points.
Oh, I'm still in it. Yeah.
Maybe I should have taken that shot, friend. All right, do your best.
All right, acrobatics. Here we go.
Friend, I feel your pain. Do you slip off?
Yep, perception's next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that leaves you with a flat 0, because -1 for the acrobatics and +1 for the perception, so 0. So as long as you can hit, you're looking for a 15. 15 will get you 1 point on an attack roll. You get a non-zero amount of people, and people cheer. They like the tension of the thing. And you are presented with a potion of fire resistance, courtesy of the Emporium of Marvelous Rarities, which I believe you visited. So feel free to add a potion of fire resistance as you've won the Nimble Eagle.
All right. We'll do
All right. And as this is going on, the rest of you just watching, there's a very sweet old lady wandering through it. And she's got something resembling toffee, all kind of wrapped up in wax paper. And she's saying, "Sweets, cakes, 2 coppers each. I taught your grandmother how to bake them, and this is sure to bring up childhood memories. All yours, these lights, for just 2 copper pieces each. Who would like one?" What's supported, old lady?
I'll give her a gold piece.
Oh, sweetie, bless your hearts. I can't do the maths on how much that is, but how many do you want?
I'm gonna take 2 handfuls and just throw them behind me so the crowd has them.
Oh, sweetie, that's mighty generous of you. Would anybody else, would one of your friends like one, perhaps?
I'll give her 2 copper, and I'm not really hungry right now, but I'll have these later.
Oh, sure.
If that's okay with you.
You keep your energy up. Let me just say, they're packed with sugar, and she pushes one into your hand. You make sure you feel down, a little bit of sugar hit, right? Short-term energy and all that.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
What about you, pretty lady? I couldn't go without offering you one.
Have to watch the figure.
Displays the candy. That's what they look like.
My big bag of taffy from vacation.
Not for me. I have to watch the figure.
Well, just one never hurts anybody. Just take one for later. Come on, 2 copper pieces. What? You're I know, but what's two copper pieces? Go and take one.
Well, no, thank you. Still.
Okay. What about you? She looks at Shinigami and she's starting a little bit. Can I sell you one, Mister Robot Red Cloak Man? I'm sorry, I'm not. Your appearance throws me off. 2 copper pieces.
I don't eat.
Donation?
Donation.
I don't eat.
Okay. And finally, the mighty winner of the Nimble Eagle. You must be in good spirits. How about a sweet to celebrate? She says to Venick.
Unmuted. Yes. No, I'm sorry. I have my fill of expenses and activities for the day.
2 copper pieces. Come on.
Thank you. I will pass.
All right. So I believe the only person who has one is Toriel, right? Saving it for later.
Right. Yep, I'm holding on to that.
Okay, let me know if you ever are interested in eating it. As you move on to the next event. Now this one is held at location 50. Which is up here. And this takes place at Zankara Plaza, where a large farm wagon stands in the middle of the square. On this farm wagon is numerous logs, quite heavy, and at the opposite end is a place to put the logs. And you see one person, and the whole idea is you put on this kind of like a helmet on your head, and they fill the helmet up with water, and the idea is to move logs from one end to the other, and the person with the most logs wins. And obviously it's a complication because you have to hold your breath. And just as a note, there are numerous royal clerics around the place. They haven't had any deaths in a number of years, though admittedly there was one tragic death a couple of years ago at the Battle of the Champions. So who would like to move logs while wearing a bucket effectively on their head? And the sign says, "Welcome to the competition of the Merfolk Lumberjacks. The first prize is a dust of dryness, courtesy of the Emporium of Magical Rarities." Anybody interested in putting a bucket on their head?
So we put a bucket on our head and then push something? Is that what I'm getting?
You put like a diving bell on your head, like a crystal ball almost. It's filled up with water, so there's water all over your head. And then while holding your breath, you have to move logs from one pile to the other pile, and the person who moves the most logs win.
I think I might be able to do that because I don't think I can drown.
Okay. I've got Shinigami. Anybody else giving it a go?
Nope.
Okay. The proprietor of the establishment, he says, Mr. Shinigami, Mr. Redcloak, I must ask, how long can you hold your breath for?
I can hold my breath indefinitely. I don't really breathe.
Now that's a bit of a complication for this event. Because most people, that's the whole point of the event. What we could do as a compromise is we can see how many logs you can move in 4 tries, because most people tap out after 4 tries. Would that be an acceptable solution to you?
I think that's fair.
I'd like to raise a point. You said most people. Now, what after his 4th try? What if somebody perhaps gets a 5th or a 6th try? Will he be given another chance to beat that person?
1 try per person.
So what you're saying is if there's somebody extensively strong here or has capabilities that they have not disclosed, like Shinigami, he is at a handicap.
Well, we're trying just to make an even playing field here, friend. I mean, the whole point is to hold your breath while moving logs, and if he doesn't need to hold his breath, then I think the compromise we came to is fair enough. Just 4 rounds of moving logs.
I don't know. I already see who your favorite is. I'm done talking to you.
I never! Shinigami, 3 gold pieces to enter. Okay. So, the first competitor... Oops, I'm the right one. I am. Is a muscular young female half-elf. And she goes out strong, and she goes out too fast, and she takes a big deep of water on her first turn, and she gets a total of 3 logs. She's completely went out too hard, and some clerics revive her. She looks embarrassed. Everybody gets a good laugh at her, but that's about it. A half-orc comes up, and he powers back and forth, just going absolutely nuts. Before he has to take a breath, he gets 10 logs on his 3 tries. And finally, there's a small young halfling, and she does reasonably well going back and forth and gets 5 logs altogether. So, Shinigami, we don't need to get you to roll for your Constitution saving throw. But I am going to make, let me just check, an athletics check. So they put the water in your head anyway, because why not? And make me an athletics check. And on your first try, I'm going to say, since that was a natural 20.
Natural 20!
You get 5 logs total on your first go. And you're just, the crowd is cheering. They're very impressed by it. And as you go back and pick up some more logs for your second round, make me another athletics check.
At least I beat the halfling.
Defeat the halfling. You're going for first. So that time you only get 1 log. Just the 1. So you're at 6. And you have 2 more chances to go for 4 rounds. So make me another athletics check. And this time you pick up another 4 logs. So you're equal with a half orc at the moment. You have 1 more round as per the agreed condition. So pretty much don't roll a 1. And you get the final piece, the final log, before you, I imagine, casually take off
Natural 20!
the diving bell and don't take a crowd roll. Congratulations to Shinigami. Nice to see a red cloak. And you have won Dust of Dryness. And you're probably going to ask me what a Dust of Dryness does. I think this is a standard D&D Beyond one. Let's look it up.
Is that it? That I just posted, Malcolm?
Yes, it is. So, and I roll a d6, so you have 7 doses of that. So use that as you would Shinigami. Okay, the crowd cheer is on, and you move to the next one, which is at 33. Now, explain this as a second. Some people have been milling around the crowd this whole time. They've got gold pieces. There's a gambling competition, a lottery effectively. And the idea is that you put a gold piece in, write your name on the gold piece, and then at the end of the King's Games, everybody, someone official will pull out a name, and that person will win 100 gold pieces. And you can put in 5 gold pieces if you like. You can put in 1 gold piece. So effectively a lottery thing. So, the traditional raffle at the end of the day, a gold piece to enter, 100 gold pieces is up to you. Who would like to put a gold piece in chance to win a fortune?
Royal's out. She doesn't like those odds.
Since Randall's not here right now, Gayla will put one in and put Randall's name on it.
Okay,
And not tell anybody.
Okay, not even Randall. Okay, so we'll take note of that. Randall's got 1 gold piece in there. And just for fun, why don't you roll me a D500? And D500 and roll a 500, Daniel. Those are the odds.
If this is a 500, it's going to be hilarious when next Thursday. You're muted, Daniel.
Sorry, what do I type in to do that? Because there's no D100 on any of the pages I have.
/R space D500.
Right?
Yeah, like that type there.
Cool, put it up.
No, Randall doesn't win.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that was Bass rolling it. That wasn't.
Oh, sorry, Daniel.
Daniel.
Roll a D500, Daniel. You want a 500 on this? Oh, I see it. You whispered it to me, but 375 isn't good enough. So Randall's name is not going to get drawn, but this is the way lotteries work, of course. Now, the next one that you wander away to, as each competition closes, another one starts. And the next one is called the Greasy Pole. And there's a sign that says, "Welcome to the Greasy Pole competition. The first prize is a potion of climbing, sponsored by the Emporium of Marvelous Rarities." And you see various poles have been erected in the square here at King Valkros's park. And they're obviously greased up, and there's a yellow ribbon at the top of it. And the idea is, of course, to climb the greasy pole in order to get up to the ribbon. Would anybody like to enter this?
About how high up is the ribbon?
45 feet.
Is anybody more athletic than me?
If it was
Athletics,
30 feet, yes.
I'm not climbing.
I got a +6 athletic.
Then you're more athletic than me.
All right.
I'm +5.
You can both enter. As long as you pay 3 gold pieces, you can enter. So you can enter as well if you like.
This will
Shinigami.
be my last entry. I'm depleting my gold.
Are you going to give it a go, Shinigami?
No.
Okay. So, the first person, another half-elf. They climb up, they slip immediately, and they get 10 feet up the pole, and they slip all the way back down, and they just struggle, and they struggle, and they struggle, and eventually they give up. A half-orc tries first couple of rounds, doesn't make it. He gets up 10 feet, he gets up 20 feet, gets up 30 feet, and he's really struggling. He tries to reach out and grab the yellow fag, but he slips and he fails all the way to the bottom. A female guard tries it as well, and she manages to get 20 feet up before she slips all the way back to 0. And finally, someone from the Drail City States, looks like some type of soldiers from there. He has a few false starts, but then he gets all the way up to 30 feet, tries to grab the ribbon, but fails. So in other words, it all comes down to Vinnick. So Vinnick, with this greased up pole, as you begin your ascent, can you make me an athletics check, please? You push up strongly with great effort, and you're 10 feet from the top of the pole. As you continue to climb, make me another athletics check. You're doing very well. And you go 20 feet up the pole. You're holding on well. And a final push, make me another athletics check. Oh, my goodness. You push all the way to the top. And the ribbon is right within your grasps. So can you make me an acrobatics check, please? You pluck it off. Now just make me one more athletics check to see how you control your downward descent. You stumble at the bottom, and you fall, and you take 10 points of damage, but you've maintained the yellow ribbon, and you get yourself a potion of climbing. As a crowd gives a healthy clap.
I look at the other competitors and I go, "That was a really difficult challenge. You guys are great competitors. I feel compelled to say I might be a little bit better competitor. But good job, everybody, for trying."
Some of them politely come up and shake your hands, while others teach your act of sporting as a bit of a ribbing, which it sounds like it was. Okay, and by the way, To compete in the Battle of Champions, you must pledge a magic item. So the two people in the Battle of the Champions, and the winner obviously takes both magic items. So at the very least, Vinnick, you're giving yourself or possibly others entry into the Battle of the Champions.
Oh.
Okay, the next one also takes place here at the Temple of Nature, 34. And this is a competition where you need to identify plants and need to know a bit about nature and the natural world. So, and the prize for this is a potion of... no, it's a... potion of animal friendship for winning this one. It's a nature quiz, effectively. Anybody keen for this one?
I think Toriel would be interested in this one.
Okay. Okay, so there... So to begin, says a druidic type person, we will each be given a daisy. The first to blow out the daisy will get the first opportunity to win the event. And they're all giving you a daisy, and you blow it as quickly as you can. Toriel, make me an initiative roll, please.
All right. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was weird. It just rolled in there. That is so strange. Let's see here.
You can just tell me what it is. It's fine.
Oh, I rolled an 8.
An 8. Unfortunately, a young human male. He grabs it, blows out the daisy before you do. And he holds up a piece of fur and says, "Can you identify this, please?" And he says, "That most definitely is the fur of a fox." And he says, "Oh, I'm afraid that's not right. It is in fact the fur of a bear." We will start again. Toriel, roll me an initiative roll, so you can blow out the daisy first.
All right. That's so strange. Oh my gosh, I rolled a 7. Not very good.
The same person comes up and says, "All right, once again, can you identify the fur of this, please?" He says, "That is not fur, it is the feather of an owl." And he says, "That is correct. That is correct." And she holds up a particular herb, and he says, "What is this herb good for?" And he said, "That is good for rashes and so on." "I'm afraid that's not right. It has no medicinal properties whatsoever." Let's go to the round of daisies again. Another initiative roll, if you'd be so kind.
All right. See if it works this time. Yeah, I must have changed the setting or something, but I did get a 24 this time.
24. Toriel, I believe your name is. Can you please identify what this piece of fur is, please, by making a survival check?
Oh, I was thinking nature. Okay, survival coming up. Oh, it worked that time. Oh my gosh.
And I'm afraid this comes from a possum, not an owl, as you stated. Okay, we have 2 more rounds of no winners. We'll have no winners this evening. We have 2 more rounds. So I must say I'm thoroughly disappointed in all of you. This is a terrible show. As you start blowing out daisies again, make me another initiative roll.
A 14.
I see you're 14. I'm looking at the D&D Beyond rolls now. So 14.
Okay.
All right, Toriel again. Please, can you identify what fur this animal is from?
This is survival again.
Yeah, nature. You get past this one. Survival. Yep.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I'm afraid this is simply not your task. We will go back to daisy blowing once again. Initiative, Toriel.
9.
9. A dwarven lady tries to do this one, and she gets the fur right, but fails to correctly identify the medicinal properties of the herb. So this is your last chance, Toriel. Once again, blow daisies for all you're worth, and let's see another initiative roll.
13.
13 is actually just good enough. My pre-rolls have them all rolling badly. Holds up some matted fur. Now you've had some experience, Toriel. I suggest you look closely at this one and tell me what animal it is from.
Oh, that's better.
That is correct. It comes from the fox. Most excellent. Now, the second part of this competition is he hands you a yes indeed, what does the fox say? He hands you a flower. The flower has almost looks like a sunflower, lots and lots of seeds right in the center, but surrounded by kind of red and black petals. Now, Toriel, if you can correctly identify this, we'll declare you the winner, and you will be rewarded with a potion of greater healing. If you do not, the competition is over, and this tells me I simply have not been doing my job and I need to teach the populace even better. Can you please make me a nature check? That's going to be a DC 15, just to set the stage. DC
Okay,
15.
I need an 8 or better on the dice. Here we go.
Oh!
I feel like I add something to it as well, like for the 25, right? Like some history of the flower and
Yeah. Nutritional benefits, resistances.
Yeah. You can make a delicious tea out of it.
And the cloud would absolutely love it and give you a hearty clap. And you're rewarded with a potion of animal friendship.
Okay, thank you.
You have done well.
You just said greater healing.
No, that was for the next one. Sorry, I think I corrected myself. The next event will be potion of friendship.
Okay.
Okay. The next one happens at the Merchant's Rest over here at 7. Now this is a knockout tournament involving, I'll tell you, it involves intelligence, charisma, and wisdom checks. If you think your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma is up for the challenge, then feel free to enter.
I got 1 to 3, so let's try it.
Same. 1 of 3, but yeah, you go for it.
I'm not gonna go for that. I only have 1. There's no way.
So we got Bass and Toriel, is that right?
Oh, so more than one of us can do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, doesn't hurt. Let's do it.
As long as you got 3 gold pieces.
Oh yes, 3 gold pieces, and so each of them 3. So I owe 6 gold. 6 gold.
Okay, so this is a knockout tournament. If you get all the way to the end, you'll be rewarded with a potion of greater healing. And to start with, depends if you get lucky or not on your first round, whether you're going to get an easy opponent or a hard opponent. So we'll start with Bass. We'll just do Bass to start with. Bass, roll me a d20. Lower the better.
12.
12 is good enough for an easy challenge on the first one. So the modifier is a bit lowly. So this is a game of deception, a game of reading your opponent and going back and forth. So first of all, can you make me a flat intelligence check? Bass.
Yep. It won't roll, so I'll just do a d20.
Oh.
It just keeps popping up. That's a 12. I have no modifier. My modifier is +0.
So he's doing cleverer moves than you are. So he's in the lead. It's a best of 3. Now make me an insight check to see if you can read his moves before he can read yours.
7.
7. He easily outsmarts you. And finally roll a deception check.
18.
Yeah, you get to read him in the end, make a few moves, but he won 2 out of the 3. So unfortunately, Bass, you get eliminated in the first round, but he's polite enough to hold out and shake your hand. And he said, well, thanks for the game. I've never actually beaten somebody in the first round before. You're my first.
Saying that, I'm just going to smack his hand away and turn and take my leave.
Bad sport. That's okay. That's fine. Horiel.
Wait, what was your name, sir?
Hey.
My name is Rithus.
Thank you. I'll see you in your dreams.
Oh, that's spooky. I don't believe you. You can make an intimidation check, actually, if you like. Bass.
Yes, please.
See how spooky you
17.
are. Yeah, this guy's going to get disadvantage from now on because he's freaked out. Tell you what. I know. If Toriel gets to the second round, he'll play Rithus. But Toriel, you're going to get through the first round first. So roll me a d20, Toriel.
Okay. Oh, crap.
Oh, you picked the master. You picked the champion of the competition.
Well, it's all downhill from here, or after this.
All right, my friend. My name is Roderick. Ronair Steelshit. I've won this competition 3 years in a row. Quite prickly. Quite frankly, you picked the wrong opponent. But let's see what you got. Let's see how quickly it takes me to destroy you. Make a flat intelligence check, Toriel.
All right. Let's see. Here? No. Is it here? Oh, there it is. I think. Nope. All right, I'll do the same. This is it won't roll for me either for some reason. This is
Yeah, I think it's the bug from last week.
20 plus 4. Oh boy,
Yeah,
that is a terrible start.
He's just running rings around you. His intelligence is far superior. But if you can read his moves, you might do all better as he turns around and kind of flirting with waitresses and stuff. You can make an insight, see if you can predict his moves. Yeah, he...
Oh, it
try
rolled
and-
twice.
You... You're... Yeah, I think it's your roll. And yep, that doesn't matter. You can't read it, and you can make a deception roll if you like.
It doesn't hurt.
You managed to deceive him a couple of times, but you get going up against the master in the first round is a most most unfortunate, and yeah, he just wipes the floor with you. Destroyed.
Well, that was the first time I played that. It was nice to play with the master. I'm sorry that it wasn't better competition for you.
Practice, 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 my friend. Now, seeing the game, does anybody else want to play? I feel that one was over pretty quickly.
Yep.
Oh, okay. The next and final one, before the Battle of the Champions starts proper, is the Leap of Death.
Hey, Malcolm, you skipped Giant's Board.
Oh, did I? Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we were
Giants
at through
Board.
13.
Giants Board. My apologies. 58. So, competition, who can spot 58 on the board first?
58.
Open field.
Oh,
Oh, I
You see
see it.
it went.
way down here.
Oh, down
Oh,
there.
you beat me.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hmm.
So
Mage
a giant checkerboard is set up, and the pieces are massive. So this is a game that competes both intelligence and strength. Intelligence to make the right move, and strength to actually move the piece. Anybody interested in giant sport, an intelligence and strength-based competition?
Ooh, those pieces look way too heavy for me. Mm-hmm.
There's not a way we could tag team, is there? No. Okay.
Question: Would I be able to use my telekinetic power to move them?
Unfortunately, that would be against the rules.
Oh, okay. Then
You have to-
Royal would not want.
It's more or less a strongman competition to move around these pieces, and
It would be pretty
tele-
obvious when the little wizard girl
Yeah.
moves.
Could I make a persuasion roll to persuade that Toriel's mind is stronger than their muscles and they're too scared to let a girl try?
Sure.
Oh no, 9. It was a 12.
Of course she can try, but magical abilities is sort of against the spirit of the competition, so that'll be a firm no.
I'll give him a firm middle finger and walk away.
Okay. All right, so we will in fact go to the leap of death. So this one,
I'm just saying on the go ahead, sorry.
so the leap of death happens here on the cliffside, and it's a literal cliff diving competition. I'll let you know it is both competition of athletics and acrobatics.
I'm athletic, but I'm not acrobatic.
Gala, okay. So leap of death. Gala.
Jeff, if Bass pays for you, will you do the contest?
Sorry, unmute. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Vinnick, I'm not too good with those skills, but here's 3 gold, my boy. If you win, give me the item, would you?
Oh, of course.
And the item is a potion of water breathing. So I have Gala and Vinnick doing the leap of death. Okay. So, the first person doing the leap of death is one of the guards of the city. And he takes off his shirt, revealing a muscular chest. And he runs to the cliffside, does a magnificent, perfectly arcing jump. Gets a perfect takeoff, tucks in, does a double somersault, and lands beautifully at the bottom. For such a beautiful leap, he gets 4 points total. So that's going to take some beating. The next one looks like someone who's finding her way. Her name's Borks. And she too does a magnificent leap off the side, rolling high in her athletics check, but only gets one sort of half somersault, and she gets 1 point for her acrobatics. And next up is Blimbo, a very athletic-looking halfling, looks built and says, "You may think I'm short on size, but I am the strongest there is." And he runs forward towards the cliff, trips, smashes his head onto the side of the cliff, blood curling out in a big arc, and he lands with a very misguided splash on his back and begins sinking to the bottom. Oh my god! Somebody do something! Help! Help!
I'll just jump in. I won't dive, but I'll jump in and go get him.
Okay, make me an athletics check, Shinigami. Okay, so a beautiful dive. You don't put any somersaults. You dive down. Athletics 19 is pretty good. You grab Blimbo by the shirt collar as he's sinking. Pull him up. He doesn't appear to be breathing.
So, I'll try. DM's discretion. I'll try using my mage hand and put pressure on his lungs from the inside.
Sure. I tell you what, make a medicine check at advantage. It's not working. You notice Blimbo is turning a distinct shade of a purple. You can try again, but it's going to be a straight roll. A Blimbo coughs up a whole lot of seawater. You stem the bleeding, and he's unconscious, but he will survive. This reminds me of that scene from The Matrix when Neo reaches in and restarts Trinity's heart. Same sort of thing. So Blimbo is saved. So well done, Shinigami. And eventually some clerics come down and they help you and they take Shinigami to the Temple of Healing. Takes Blimbo to the Temple of Healing. So Blimbo is going to survive. The final one is a Dragonborn. And the Dragonborn kind of pumps her chest a couple of times, looks very, very angry, and leaps off the side of the cliff, going further than anybody else, and just arcs through the air. She only gets one little tumble in, and she gets a total of 4 points as well. So this is all going to depend on your rolls. It depends how many points you get. So, we'll go Gala first. Make me an athletics check, please.
All right, well, let me ask you a question first about this. So what I want to do is jump off and do a somersault going towards the water, and then I have radiant form. I want to bring my wings out. I'm going to fly back up because I'm taking this, adding flair for extra fair, literal. So I'm going to fly back up with my wings and do twirling spins back up just as high as the cliffs, and then do a second dive down into the water.
Okay.
See if I can get a performance maybe in there or something like that. Just because I am skilled in performance, I have a +6 modifier. It's proficiency. So.
Okay, tell you what. Let's start with the leap. Got to get your leap in first, which is not gonna. You're not gonna get aid for that. You get aid for the other stuff. So make me an athletics check.
Coming up. And let me see. I'm gonna do a lucky.
Sure.
Come on, don't suck. Better.
13. So that's good enough for 2 points for your leap, which is as much as anybody else done. So you're on even footing at the moment. And tell you what, do me an acrobatics and a performance, and we'll see how good those are, and we can flavor it from there.
I'll do a lucky for that one.
Okay.
For that, which one's that one? Actually, I'll just do my performance, and I might do lucky on performance.
Sure.
Oh, I'm gonna do lucky on performance. My God, these rolls are bad. There we go.
Okay, well, so
9, 13, 8, 19.
okay, so you go down and you do just a half a somersault. So you're going down feet first, then your wings pop out and you glide back up again, and people are going gasp, and then you're going down for another dive.
Yep.
I'll give you one more acrobatics check.
There we go.
And the performance is so magnificent that people are going to talk about the leap that Gala Ronald made, doing not one, not twice, but flared, and it's the most. They'll talk about it for years to come. And you are rewarded with a potion of water breathing.
Well, Fennec was going to try too, but
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's true. Vinnick.
Yep.
Same deal with you. Can you make me an athletics check, please?
Athletics. Here we come.
20. 20 is good. That's 3 points for the dive. That's the best dive so far. Now let's see how you can do your tuck and roll, by making me an athletics check. Sorry, acrobatics check.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's another 3 points, which makes you tied with Gala. You rolled really well.
I'm doing this for you, Vass.
Good money at work. Money well spent.
The organizer said, well, we don't have a winner. I don't know how you want to settle this? I don't know. It's up to you guys.
You can roll off, but you want to roll? Do you want to do another dive, Venick, or do you want to do a roll off?
Let's do another dive. Let's see how that works out.
Okay, let's start with Vinnick this time. Vinnick, make me an athletics check. Oh, that's worth 1 point. And acrobatics.
Oh!
Used up all my good luck, man.
Yeah, you do the belly flop. Don't get much distance and just splash down right on your belly. No good.
Oh, not the belly flop.
And the crowd jeers at that one. They just laugh. Okay, Gala. Anything semi-decent will see you win.
That will do my athletics.
Oh, athletics is 3 points for that. And as long as something doesn't go terribly wrong, 2 points for that. And even without the additional flair, you do a magnificent dive. Couple of somersaults in the pike position and a perfectly timed splish at the bottom as you go in leading with your hands. And you, my friend, are declared the winner of the Leap of Death. And you can have a potion of water breathing as a reward. Now, the King's Games is the next event to happen. It takes some preparation as the crowd kind of goes back and gets a meal, getting ready for the ultimate event of the games. Sorry, just got to text my wife. Whoops. Have a random kid staying with us. His mother wants to time. What time? It's mum. Okay, so people are getting ready, taking a break, feeding their kids, that sort of stuff. And you wander your way back. You know that the competition is going to be happening in the dog pit over here, 103. But as you pass by near Granker's Chains, area 55, you notice some writing on the side of the bridge. And it says, a curious thing lies at the top of the chain. Claiming it is truly a hero's game. And you see a lot of people looking up at the chains, wondering what it all means.
Do we do we have any idea?
Well, it seems to be a clue, and it seems to be encouraging you to go to the top of the chains. You know this is not really allowed. But if you could sneak your way on there, you absolutely could.
How high up are the chains?
I'll just put down the copy and paste that in there. The top of the two arches of the structure are 40 feet above the bridge, which are in turn 60 feet above the water. So if you fell from the top, you'd be falling 100 feet.
Okay.
There are some guards milling around. They kind of look distracted, so it might be possible to go up there if you wanted to. You need to sneak up there first. What do you guys do, if anything?
If anybody would like to, I can try to talk to the guards and keep their backs turned, per se.
Oh, let's see.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm not interested either.
How far away is it from us? You said 30 feet?
100.
Well, you're right at the chain. There's like a bridge. Everybody's looking at it. And the structure is 40 feet high and 60 feet from the water. So if you to fall from the top of the chains, you'd be taking 10d6 damage if you did fall. Plus you got to get around the guards as well.
Okay.
10d6?
Yeah, falling 100 feet.
Oh, Toriel, can't you have your owl friend just go fly to the top?
I'll pass on that.
That is true, but would that be cheating? I don't know.
This isn't an official game, right? And we're not supposed to climb the chain because the gods. So I don't think there's really rules.
Does Toriel out of game? Does Toriel know if there's a rule against using some type of ability to see without climbing it?
What you do know, there are certain rules for the formal games, like the Leap of Death. This is not a formal game. This is just a thing.
Yeah, then I will. Then I will do that. I'll ask Timely to fly close enough, without landing on her or anything like that, and I will look through her eyes.
Sure. Just before we do that, though, can everybody please roll me a perception check? So perception check all around. Nope. And who's the last one? Vinnick. Got a perception check for us there, Vinnick?
Yes. Yep. Muted. Yep. Perception. Sorry.
Wait, 2 19s, 2 16s? What?
Yeah, not good enough. Okay, so what's going to happen? The owl goes up, and you look through her eyes, and you see this written on the top of Gorinkar's change. And no one makes any particular notice of an owl. No one was clever enough to do that. But Vinnick, you swear you hear a voice hiding somewhere. It says, no, that's teaching. They weren't supposed to do that. Dirty little stinky cheaters. And make an insight check, Vinnick.
Insight.
I'll ask Jeff first. Who is it, Jeff?
Wait, what are you asking me?
You heard the voice saying, no, dirty little cheaters. They were supposed to climb it. They didn't do it properly, the little shits.
Yeah.
Idea who it is, Vinnick?
I don't remember.
Yes, you do. I just whispered it to you.
Ah, got it. Yes. Okay. All right. So, should I share that with the rest of the group?
That's up to you.
All right. I will. I'm like, oh, it took me a moment, but that's the princess's voice.
Yawn.
And they, so are you sharing what she said to us, Vinnick?
Yes. Yeah, you guys didn't hear what Malcolm said. Yes. Yep. I'm like, I do repeat what she said.
If she's so upset by this, then how about we just carry on? You remember what happened at the cooking competition, do you not?
Oh, yes, Bass, I agree with you. We probably should just ignore that. I think that would be wise.
So,
Anyway,
ignoring the clues, ignoring the possible treasure.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I meant ignore the princess. What she
Oh,
said.
okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
No, I will. When it's just us around, I will. So I think that no one's in earshot. I will reveal what is said at the top. That's a message at the top of the chains, right? That you typed out.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And I'll say, is the green? What do you guys think? Is the green giant the napping giant? Is the napping giant green?
Yes.
Or do we know
it is.
it is? Okay. Do we know of any other green giants, or do we think this is it?
You're pretty sure that that's it.
Okay. Okay. I guess maybe we take a look after the games.
Yes, if we are going to look, maybe after the games to let the princess calm down and she might forget how we acquired the information.
Yes, although it could be some type of trick. I mean, well, based on what she said, it sounds like there was something would happen if we climbed the chains, but yes.
You know the princess draws great happiness from the misery of others. She would
Yeah.
have relished in the fact the guards went after somebody.
Well, yes, I guess we I mean, who knows what the treasure is, but we should check it out nonetheless. Do we? Sorry, Malcolm. Do we know if we have time now before the
You
final
do.
competition?
You do. You
Oh.
go, yeah, maybe an hour before you need to be presented at the dog pit. Say people are feeding their kids, getting organized, everybody, getting ready to descend onto the dog pit for the culmination of the games.
Well, what do you think? Do you want to just check it out real quick, or should we wait till the end, or after the games?
I vote we wait.
To be honest with you, I'm not really interested in what the princess may or may not have for us.
Okay, that's fair. Let's wait then.
Right.
Oh, don't take it personal, Toriel. He's just mad because he couldn't punish the princess. Diplomatic immunity and all.
Yes, that is unfortunate.
You make your way over to the dog pit, along with, you managed to get seats inside there, but many people didn't, and they're forced to watch from the outside. The king, queen, and princess are all together in their royal box up here. This is kind of more or less theatre of the mind, so don't take anything I display too literally. And there's Lord Simonda there, of course, with some members of the King's Guard. And there's 5 people here, all vowing to win the Battle of the Champions. Now, these fights are not to the death, and any and all of you may enter. There's no entry fee. The only thing is you must present a magical item. So, I guess we'll start with who wishes to compete. You can all compete. None of you compete. One of you can compete. Who would like to compete?
Is it like everybody against everybody, or is it one at a time? Or two
like, for example, someone will take on Vragri, and the winner of that will advance to the next round. So it's like a knockout competition, one-on-one knockout competition.
Bass will compete.
I will too.
Bass will? And Gayla will?
I think Toriel... Yeah, Toriel will do it too. What the heck? It's for fun.
A Shinigami as well? Well, I guess I have to answer then. Does Vinnick wish to compete as well?
Wait, is this 3 gold pieces also?
Nope.
No, put up a magic item.
Oh shit, that's right. Can I use those potions?
You can. Yep, they are magical items. Absolutely.
Okay. Do I have to disclose which one, or can I do it afterwards?
Yes, you do.
All right, I will do the potion of climbing.
Potion of climbing.
I have a potion of animal handling, which I probably is not the most useful.
Okay, so since Bass was first, Bass, roll me a d4.
4. How about a 1?
How about a 1? So, this Knight of the Crown comes up to you and says, "All right, my friend, we have been drawn together. I will not go easy on you, but I will also prevent this injuries from being far too serious. For this, I pledge my silvered short sword. It's a fairly heirloom. It is magical in nature. What do you offer, my friend?"
You could have the purgatory side.
That is magical, my friend.
Oh, I'll snap my fingers and it'll appear.
Make a deception check, Bass. I know kind of what you're up to, I think. Let's see what his insight is. He's a literal Knight of the Crown. How insightful is he? +4. Haha. Look, my friend, that is an odd thing to present. I've heard of people such as you who could snap that in and of existence and back and forth. I fear that you will offer this, and if I win, I will have it merely temporarily before it disappears from my grasp. I was not born yesterday, my friend. Pledge something different.
You should worry about your blood being taken instead of what weapon you get.
My friend, I do not accept this. You will simply return the scythe back to me when you have lost. Pledge something else. He rolled a natural 20 on his insight, by the way.
Well, shit. Well, I can't break character because it's a battle, so the bloodlust is there. Are you ready or not?
What do you pledge?
I already made my pledge. We begin now.
He is ready He was expecting it from your maniacal laugh, so you're not going to get a surprise round, but roll into initiative. Look at that. Whoops. Did roll a natural 20. What does he get to as he gets as a 21? Well, he goes first anyway.
Can you add me in, Malcolm? It's still the bug, so I gotta manually do it.
It doesn't really matter since we'll be going back and forth anyway, but sure.
Thank you.
So he sees you going and says, so be it, you will fight with dishonor. I do not accept that wicked weapon that you can simply retrieve. Be prepared to be put down. And he's going to swing once with his longsword, rolling a 24, and again with his longsword, rolling a 14. Do both of those hit?
24 will hit, I think. Hold on. Yeah. 24 hits, 14 misses.
Okay. Okay, so he slashes you across the chest, doing 5 points of damage. Roll quite low. Then he says, "You're a confusing creature. I do not accept this." And he uses his vow of protection to utter an oath that gives you disadvantage on your attack rolls for 1 minute.
Oh, man.
Wow, okay.
He gets ready for the parried blow.
Oh, my go?
Yeah, your go, yeah.
Let's take a little detour, shall we? Cast darkness on the scythe and engulf us both in darkness.
Let me just see his... I don't think he has anything. Okay, darkness envelops you. It says, hiding in the shadows will avail you naught. So you can take an attack roll against him at a straight roll.
I can't. Darkness is an action.
Oh, it's an action, and you are
I
concentrating on
will...
it. Sure.
Yes. Yeah, I am concentrating on it, yes. But I will bonus action Hexblade's curse him.
Okay.
That's a racial curse, not the spell curse.
A racial curse. That sounds slightly odd. It's fine. Hide in the shadows. Who be it? And he swings his longsword again at disadvantage, rolling a 13, which you duck easily enough in the shadows. And again at disadvantage, he rolls a 25. Take 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And...
Con?
Oh, yep, con, yep.
Con not saves.
Oh, well, roll
Right.
it.
Right.
More-
Okay, there we go.
More
Nope.
damage. Darkness vanishes. But he's already taken his 2 attacks. He's going to pump a Divine Smite into this. And you take an additional 3d8 points of damage. Lie down. Stay down. You're fought without honor, without dignity. I suggest you lay down your weapon now.
Yeah, now it's my turn. I'm so sad a natural 20 became a 26.
Oh, well, 26 still hits.
9 magical slashing.
9 magical slashing. Okay, got it.
What about
9.
your hex?
See,
You got hex on there too?
see. Oh, yeah, the Hexblade's curse. I'm sorry. It's an extra 3 on top of that, so it's 12 total.
Got it.
Thank you.
Is that the best you've got? Last chance.
He's look, your blood fuels me. Second swing.
So be it.
15.
15. He just blocks it with his shield. He's wearing full plate armor and a shield. That is no good. Says,
And then bonus action.
yep.
Double checking real quick here. Misty Step.
Bamp 30 feet away.
Yes. And then I'll use my movement to get another 30 away to make him try to have to dash to me.
He does that. As you can run, but you can't hide. And he dashes right up next to you.
Alright. First swing. Well, that's a miss because that's a 2. Second swing.
Sit.
And another 2. Gonna do the same thing. Misty Step, dash. 60 feet away.
Okay. He gets, so we'll just say you're 30 feet away. We'll go like that, something. And he rushes back, so he's 30 feet away from you. I've had enough of this. Is it any cool long range things? He's going to take the opportunity to cast Shield of Faith on himself, giving him 2 extra armor class. Your turn is 30 feet away from you.
I will move 30 feet away and mirror image myself.
Ah, interesting. And the crowd does not like this running. They start jeering and booing you. That's not good. And so you're 60 feet away or 30 feet away now, right?
60 feet away. Because I was 30, moved 30, then mirror image. So 60.
Runs. Gets within 30 feet of you. Brings out his heavy crossbow. Takes a shot. Rolls an 8. That's a miss.
Okay. I'll rush to him, 30.
Go.
Swing. That's a miss, because that's going to be a 5 on the dice. And 25 on the dice.
19 and a 17. 25 hits.
Plus 3 to this, 14.
Needs to make a con save for a Shield of Faith, which he makes.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Time to say goodnight, my friend. He swings his long sword at you, rolls a dirty 20 with 7 points
I gotta roll
Oh, yep.
a d20 for, let's see here, I need a 6 or higher to change the attack to a duplicate. Wow. Do I have a inspiration? No. Okay, yeah.
So 7 points of damage, and he pumps in a Divine Smite as well.
6 left.
And down Scythe goes.
Scythe disappears.
And it wasn't a lethal blow. But eventually, you're going to wake up surrounded by King's Guards because you broke the rules of the competition. So, I'll let you know when you wake up. But you're unconscious at the moment, but not dying.
I'll throw 1 HP just for when we get to that.
Sure. Okay, so who was next? Let's do Gala. Gala, roll me a d4. Okay. Okay. So, Gala. This half-orc goes up. He says, "Oh, Amet, lady. My name is Halvopov Wolfwing. It is a pleasure to be doing battle with you."
Likewise, my name is Galina Raoul. Ronald, sorry.
An absolute pleasure. I've travelled a long way from Warden to be part of this competition. I'm afraid I've taken the celebrations a little bit too literally, and I've gotten myself a little bit drunk. I will still wish to take this competition against you if you'll accept my this barb net of entanglement that I will offer as a reward. What is yours, my lady?
I will offer up my potion of water breathing and take it easy in this round. Go easy.
All right, so be it. And he brings out a... What does he bring out? He brings... Oops. He brings out his net, is what he does. He starts twirling it around. All right, let's do this.
Roll for initiative.
Okay, let me get my cooker sheet closed. Hold on, let me get it back up. There it is. Six. Let me put it in there. Doesn't matter, but yeah, there we go.
Okay, so Hufflepuff gets to go first, and he is going to start by throwing his barb net of entanglement against you. He's a little drunk, so this is going to be a disadvantage, but a disadvantage rolls a 16. I assume you've got your armor on, Gala?
Yeah, 18.
You see, you just push it aside with your longsword and says, "Oh, one and done. Do your best, my lady."
All right, well, I get 2 attacks now for this level, so
Nice.
I'll do that.
16 hits.
All right, so that's the damage. And I will pump in a Divine Smite.
Okay, Divine Smite incoming.
What is that? That's 2d6 or 3d6? For level 1.
First level, it's 2d8, I believe. Second level is 3d8.
2d8.
9. Okay, so the Divine Bite comes in. He recoils back and says, "No, that's quite the hit. Let's see what else you got." Oh, my goodness.
Natural 20!
Okay. And I will point out, if you Divine Smite as this as well, you'll double your Divine Smite dice.
I know, so I'm thinking about. I'm going to do a second level. I got to. When you get a crit, you have to do it. So 66.
68.
Actually, here's the damage. Here's the damage. I don't understand how that went.
One-handed or two-handed?
It's always one hand because I have a shield.
So that's 7 for the one, and the plus 6. Oops, plus 68.
Okay, so where's it at? There it is.
Wait, wouldn't it be 10? Because it's the 3 normal, then the 7 crit for one-handed, so it should be 10?
I don't know.
Oh, 7. That's the total critical for one hand. Oh, wait a minute. No, you're right. So it's
32 total.
another 3. Shit. You did 7 plus 10 plus
Nuclear
another
started with 9, so the beginning.
22, 9. So a massive hacking Eldritch Divine Smite just massacre, and he recoils back. And I said, "You know what I said? The best you got." I was kind of kidding. But well done. Well done. Say hello to my great axe. And he drunkenly swings his great axe. Rolls an 8, just crashes to the side of it. He picks it up again and swings it wildly. And he rolls a dirty 20 at disadvantage.
Right.
If it bleeds, I can kill her. 6 points of slashing damage, Gala.
Okay. And then I will return. Let's just got a bonus action.
Nope. He's kind of a reckless boy. That's what he does. Not so clever now, are you? Come on, let's see what you got.
Swing around again.
It's the game.
That. And I won't put a Divine Smite into it.
I should have swung with your magic. Alright, that's it. Time to go nutsoid. And he goes reckless, which is going to make his roll straight. Your roll is a 14 and a natural 20.
Natural 20!
I'll use a
Nutsoid!
I'm lucky to make him re-roll that.
Why don't you roll me a d20? We'll do it that way.
Nutsoid.
So 16 plus 5 is a 21. I believe that'll still hit, but it won't be a crit. So that'll be 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Come on. You're going
Alright.
down, lady. That hits.
For that.
Still not down. Looking very rough, though.
Or
Us.
4.
Still not down. He's a very
Alright.
bloody mess.
And I will use Divine Smite on that, actually. Well,
Okay.
just to finish it off, because I don't want to take another attack like that. So, those are D6s. So that's a D10.
He's got 4 hit points. You can't really do it. So with the flat of your long sword, you whack him against the side of the head, and he collapses to the ground. You can have a net of entanglement.
What? Nice.
Barb net of entanglement. And that's what it does. So you might need to add a custom item to that. That's one from the thing there, but that's what it does. And Hufflepuff Wolfbrang is took aside and taken care of by the clerics, and he recovers. Joins in the stands and cheers on Gala. All right. Toriel, you're keen to go as well?
Yep.
Okay, Toriel, roll me a d4.
All right.
Uh, 3. A dwarf approaches, and he says, I said, hello, crowd. My name is Kagrian Ironsinu. As you know, I run the truly masterful armory shop, the Bearded Warrior. Please come and sample my wares, and you'll see me using my weapons here. Yes, thank you very much. That ends the advertisements. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, my competition, Kagrian Ironsinu, at your service, my lady.
That is so nice to meet you, and be gentle. I'm more of a spellcaster, and not really don't like to be on the front line with a great warrior such as yourself. But we're here to compete, so
And it's
so
not
be
to
it.
the death, so we'll be good. And I pledge this helm of brilliance.
Oh, well, that is very generous. I sadly only have this potion of animal handling.
That will be
Offer.
perfectly fine. And the helm of brilliance.
I was already on it, Malcolm.
Thanks. It
That
has
would be quite nice.
3 opals and 2 rubies. So that's
Three-
daylight.
What Odinons had in Odyssey?
2 rubies and three opals and 2 rubies. Oh.
Yep, so that would be wall of fire. Oh, sorry, daylight and wall of fire. If you win, of course.
Right.
Okay, milady, let's get to it. And he rolls a 9 for his initiative.
How close do we start, by the way?
We'll say 5 feet apart.
Oh, I hope you saw that. I rolled a natural 20. It's in, for some reason, it's not rolling in
That's fine.
roll 20.
He
But I
rolls
got
a
a
9.
26.
So you definitely go first.
Awesome. And I'm sorry, how close do we start?
5 feet apart.
Damn it. Okay. Not 30? No. Very well. First up, I'm going to cast. We're going to get started. We're going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip at 3rd level.
He fails his intelligence saving throw. So he takes 9 points of psychic.
Okay.
Anything else
Let's see
happen?
that. Yes. So he can. Let me see if I can put this here. So he has a choice on his turn. He can't take any reactions until the end of its next turn. Moreover, it must choose whether it moves, an action, or a bonus action. Only one of those.
Okay.
That's
All
not
right,
great.
So we can't
Well,
move and attack.
Yeah, but I'm gonna. I was also gonna do. That was my action. I'm gonna do a bonus action and try to shove him 5 feet away from me.
Hey,
And that was.
Hey,
Let me see here.
hey,
Not
Eric.
your. Yeah.
Just to let you know real quick, Tasha's Mind Whip, if you upcast to 3rd level, it doesn't give you any extra damage unless you target one additional creature. So you might want to save your 3rd level slot and just do it at 2nd.
Oh, I did not. I did not realize that. If that's okay to retcon, I would love to do that.
Sure. So, the Kagrin Irons, who, despite this mind whip, he manages to resist the telekinetic shove. As you rush
Right.
30 feet away from him.
I absolutely do. Yeah.
I'll say you're
So I'd be 35, right?
Sure. So 35 feet away. He is not going to move, but he's going to take out his heavy crossbow, take a shot at you. Rolls a 19.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and shield that.
The shield pops up. And that would be his turn, as he's necessarily 35 feet away from you. Toriel.
Very good. I'm going to do a ray of frost at him. Does a 16 hit?
Misses.
Oh, well, I know now that I cannot do that. It's a hard time missing or hitting him. You know what? Let me think about that. +7. What type of armor is he wearing?
Flint mail, but no shield.
Okay. I'm not going to use an inspiration for that. Instead, I will shove him another 5 feet, or try to. That's a bonus action.
Dirty 20, so he remains 35 feet away from you.
Okay, and I will move in another 30 feet away.
He moves 30 feet before doing anything, so he's still 35 feet away. And he takes out his heavy crossbow once again, takes a shot at you, and rolls a 13, just clanks to the side of the stadium. Toriel.
Okay, this time I'm going to do another Tasha's Mind Whip on him at 2nd level.
Okay. Rolls a 19, no effect. Unless it's half damage.
He still takes half, yeah.
6 points of psychic damage. Got it.
Yep. And I'm going to try to shove him again, and I'll do the same thing. Try to shove him 5 feet and move away 30 feet.
Okay, he's now 40 feet away from you, and he fails a strength save. And you can get a maximum of 60 feet away from him, just with the dimensions of the...
Okay, that's fair, yep.
So right up against there, he's going to use his full movement to say, "Oh, bugger this," and uses his full movement to dash right up into your face.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to use Shocking Grasp on him, which I believe is an advantage when they're wearing metal armor. Is that right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
This will negate his reaction if you hit, but you don't.
I do not hit. This could be bad.
Do you have inspiration?
I do. I've been saving it since I think session 1 or 2. But I'm not there yet. I used my a cantrip, so I'm going to go ahead and use. I have Fate Touch, so I'm going to go ahead and use my. What am I trying to say?
Oh, Misty Step.
Misty Step on the other side of him.
Okay.
As soon as I can find it. There it is. All right, and then I will move 30 feet on the other side of him. So I guess that would be 25. So it'd be 55 feet, I think.
He uses a dash action to catch up with you on the other side of the stadium. So that's his turn.
Right. Okay.
And, yep, back to you.
Okay, back to me. I'm gonna try it again. I will use Shocking Grasp at advantage.
Okay.
Oh, snap. That's terrible. Okay, that was my action. I don't want to find out if this guy gets 2 attacks, so I will use a second level spell slot to Misty Step and do the same thing again. So 55 feet.
Takes you
On
back
the
to the
other
other side, and that's his turn.
Okay, all right.
Crowd's not liking this. They start jeering and booing. Stand and fight him, you coward!
Yep. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that just to see how painful this is. I'm gonna do a magic missile at 3rd level.
Sure, that'll...
Which that gives me, is that 5 missiles?
5d4 plus 5 damage.
Okay. I'm gonna roll it individually here. That's okay.
Sure.
1,
5, 9,
3,
14, 18.
5.
Oh, there's another 4, so that's 22. I think. 22? Okay, yeah, so the magic missiles obviously fly with unerring accuracy. He doesn't have a shield spell, which is the only thing that'll stop magic missile, and he takes 22 points of damage.
Okay, and I will try to kinetically shove him.
Digs his heels in and rolls a 21, so he resists the telekinetic shove.
Okay, I'm gonna take this one.
That's right.
I'm gonna try to take this one.
Stay still. He swings with his longsword, rolling a 21.
That hits me. I can't do anything about that one.
12 points of slashing damage. And he swings it again, rolling a 10, easily dodged. And then with his offhand, he's got a short sword and he tries to dig it into your ribs, rolling an 8. So net effect, 12 points of damage.
Is there any rules against sleep spells in this arena?
I'd say no.
Okay. 3rd level sleep spell.
Okay, roll the dice.
All right, so that would be 7d8, I believe. Wait. Oh, it says when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, roll an additional 2d8. So I guess for each level above first. So at 3rd level it would be 9d8. 9d8.
I think you're right.
Okay, I will do that. R 9d8. Come on now. Get something good.
40. Just reading the specifics. On creatures you choose. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose.
I'm gonna just choose, or I'm gonna make it so it only encompasses him. If I can, if there's no one, assuming there's no one else around.
There's a crowd, but you can cast it in such a way. Says, right, you bleed, I can kill you. Right, you ready? You ready? And he falls to the ground asleep.
Awesome. Is that a victory?
That will be a victory. Because you can very easily do a coup de grace on him at the moment, and that does not happen. But eventually he wakes up and says, well fought. Should have known better than to take on a magic user. I got a few good shots in though, didn't I?
You definitely did. I'll help him up and yeah. So you were a great warrior, and yeah, you got to watch out for those magic users sometimes.
And everybody, don't forget to shop at the name of my shop at the Bearded Warrior. Weapons like this. And he goes away and goes into the crowd to cheer you on.
Awesome.
All right, so Vinnick.
Yep.
Roll me a D4.
D4.
Bragri is going to come out. And Vagri kind of does that fist salute thing and says, I am Vagri from the Shandar Mountains, who have been studying the way of the fist for many years. It is my honor to take you on. And as my pledge, I offer you this adamantium quarterstaff. Quite magical. May the best man win.
Indeed. And I repeat to him the potion that I had offered up for this.
All right. Let us do this. And roll for initiative.
I
Roll
rolled.
for initiative.
Can you see my roll that I did for my initiative?
I'll take your word for it. What'd you roll?
19.
19. So you start 5 feet apart, and Vinnick, you get to go first.
All right. Excellent. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to advance to him. I'm going to use my greatsword. I'm going to swing at him.
Sure.
Okay.
21.
Let's see.
He puts a fist up to block it, but your greatsword goes through, and that will be a hit.
All right. Hold on. You pointed out to me my superiority dice.
Yep.
And can I use? See if that comes up. Oops, did that come up?
Which one do you want to use?
The menacing attack.
Okay. Well, first of all, you automatically get a d8 extra damage when you spend the battle dice. So roll a d8, and you'll do that. So roll damage for your greatsword, plus a d8.
Oh.
So 11 plus whatever you roll.
Ooh, that's good. Okay.
So 13 points of damage. Ooh. And you're going to do a menacing attack. So when you hit a creature, you can frighten the target. Okay, so he needs to make a wisdom saving throw to avoid being frightened by you. And he makes it with an 18. He says,
Okay.
You don't frighten me. Is that all you've got?
Nope. I'm going to also, as a bonus action.
Yep.
Let's see if this works. I don't know why it's not coming through. I'm using Blessing of the Raven Queen, and I will, more than anything, just to avert damage. I'm just going to materialize over here from him. And then that's my turn.
Okay. He turns around with a start and says, very good. And just with his fist, he goes to punch you hard in the face. Rolling a 23, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And I'm going to need you to make a constitution saving throw.
Okay. Damage.
Don't forget to have that damage.
Oh, yep, that's
gosh,
true.
thank you.
Yep, 4 points of damage. And a con saving throw.
4. I can't do math in my head. Okay, there we go. And then con save. Why are these not coming through? This is so frustrating. All right, let me just roll a d20 here. And then plus 6 on that.
Okay, fine. You avoid whatever he's doing. He says, interesting. He goes to punch you again. Rolling a 19, Vinnick. Does that hit?
That hits, yep.
Punches you in the face. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4. And make me another con saving throw.
Oh, sorry. Roll a d20 here, so it's not coming through. That, so 21.
21. You avoid whatever he's trying to do again. And then he reaches into himself and says, at one with the world, at one with the world. And he does something clever to take the dodge action, so your rolls are going to be at disadvantage.
Okay. Would that be true for my, if I use an Eldritch Blast on him?
Yep, still disadvantage, yep.
Be double
Especially-
true because you're within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Doug. That's not the answer I wanted. So. Okay. All right. Well, I will just try to power through this. So I'm going to go after him with my great sword again. Disadvantage. I'll just roll it twice. Oh no, this is rolling, right? Okay. Just the other stuff wasn't working. I can't get the disadvantage roll. All right, so I'll just roll it twice, I guess. Okay, so why did that not come up?
I see you're 8. I see it in. So I see you rolled a 2 for an 8. So that's not good. That misses. And it's at disadvantage. So you can roll again if you like, but 8's definitely going to miss.
Okay.
And the dirty 20 reduces to an 8. So that misses. So first and only attack misses. Yep.
Yes. But let's see here. What I will do this time is I will do my Blessing of the Raven Queen, and that can transport me up to 30 feet. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 through here. I guess he's still going to be able to reach me either way. Oh, that matters.
Well, you still got your movement, so you can move, like, I'll say 45 feet away until you hit the edge of the stadium.
Yeah, so I think that's as far as I can move. Okay, so that's my turn.
Okay. He says, I've trained for this. This is nothing. And he uses Step of the Wind to advance up onto you. He says, now, let's do this. Punches you in the face for a 17. Does that hit?
That hits.
Punches you in the face for a 24. So let's start with 12 points of damage.
Ow, that hurt.
Punches you twice. And can you make me 2 Constitution saving throws, please?
Hold on, I gave myself more hit points instead of the other way. Okay. Constitution, here we go. You said twice?
Yep. So hit you twice.
All right.
Right. I see it on D&D Beyond, so just roll it there. I will be able to see it.
Okay.
Con saving throw.
Okay, here we go. All right. I can't actually see it in D&D Beyond. You see that?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me just.
If you try right-clicking the con, and then you can do flat roll, then roll. If it's just like bringing up your description.
I see the rolls you rolled on the D20, and what's your con modifier?
+6. So 19.
He punches you the second time, right in the temple, and you become stunned. You wobble back and forth, and you're not sure what to do. And he says, let's finish it. And then supercharges his attack, punches you at advantage twice. One of them hitting for another 5 points of damage.
Is that the half damage?
Yep. So did you Misty Step? You did, yes.
Yeah,
so 4 points of damage. And then it comes back to your turn. Your turn, you remain stunned. Comes back to him. He attacks you another time at advantage for a 24 and a 15. So the 20. And you did not do Misty Step this time, so you're going to take the full 9 points of bludgeoning damage. As you come...
So Malcolm, with me being stunned, I didn't have the option of doing that. Is that correct? I can't do anything?
No, you can't do anything pretty much. You can mumble incoherently, but that's about it. So net effect, you take 9 points of damage to the temple, and you regain your senses. So it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to attack him with my longsword. And so I will roll that. So crazy. Well, that's a miss. That's super awesome.
It's a miss, yep.
But let's look at our superiority dice here.
I don't think that'll help you.
No, doesn't look like it
You
will.
kind of have to hit for your you have to hit for your
Alright.
battle dice to come into effect. So
All right, I will use my second wind, and I'm going to heal myself.
sure.
10 hit points.
That's 10 hit points, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, Kenny says, oh, that is impressive. Starts punching you in the face again. Does a 19, does 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And then he does a roundhouse kick to the face, Karate Kid style, and rolls a natural 20 for, they don't roll it, so it's another that. Ooh, so that's 20 points of damage.
I'm down.
The guy applies some basic first aid to you, gets you back up and says, well fought, friend. Well fought.
That's some impressive moves, Raggy. You were very a good adversary.
All right. So lose that potion, of course. And finally, we have Shinigami. You wanted to compete, right?
Yep.
Now, for reasons, everybody who won their bout, roll me a d20. Everybody who won their bout, roll me a d20. So Toriel, yep. Ayla won as well. Ayla, you're through to the next round, and your competition is Shinigami.
Do I have, am I damaged, or do I start at full health?
Start at full health. Clerics come along and heal you on up. So, Shinigami versus Gala.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I got a 5 for initiative.
8.
So, Gala, you can go first.
Okay. I think I can do that, Spiffy. Not really. Just gonna have to attack.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Natural 20!
All right. Well, here's the damage for that, and then here's the second. I don't know why it does all that, so I don't know. Is that a 9 and an 8?
Yeah, 9 and an 8.
So 17, and then I will do 68 for Divine Smite, second level. So for another 30 more.
So 48 points of damage.
Well, that was one hit.
Wow. Holy crap.
Oh, Shinigami, what magic item did you offer up?
It was one dose of the dust.
I'll let you, Dust of Dryness, I'll let you decide between you. I mean, it's kind of party loot.
I'll let him keep it. It's no big deal. And I'll let him out and say, "You must have slipped. I'm so sorry, my friend," and help you up.
That's fitting, though, because after this, Galia's supposed to go to Lord Simonder, so this is like her big one, bam, and then done.
Lord Simonda gives you a nod. You're noticing this other figure who has been doing very well, and she is now effectively in the semi-final. And the king himself will take on this figure. And Gala, you'll face the winner of this competition. Okay, so you've moved up and the thing's worked out. And the king immediately says, "Well done, a mysterious stranger. I do not know your name, but perhaps at the end of this battle, you will be so kind to yourself. I've been undefeated the last 10 games, but do your best." And this Black Knight, I'll call her, doesn't really say anything and just brings out a sword. And she turns on the sword and it comes out in flames. And she says, and the king says, "Oh, very good. Take that to mean you offer your your flaming sword. And the figure just gives a slight nod. And the king brings out a shield, and the shield hovers in front of him. This is the Spriggan shield. It was gifted to the kings, and I offer it to you as a victory now. It enables you to wield two-handed weapons and still use a shield at the same time.
What?
And the battle commences. The king is noted for his ability, and he just parries her blows, and she gets a few good kicks in, and they're just going furiously back and forth. They're both plainly expert in warriors. But eventually, the Black Knight, against all odds, she reaches out and slashes at the king's hamstring, and he falls to the ground. And he looks completely beat up. The Black Knight's not looking much better. And he says, I yield! I yield! The Spriggan sword is yours. And the Black Knight pauses for a second. She removes her helmet. And the whole crowd grasps as you do. You see a demonic form. And you recognize this devilish form. You recognize it as Queen Alyssa. The queen before this queen. The queen that died. The queen that was replaced by Queen, the other queen. And she's dead. She should be dead. But there she is, standing over the prone body of King Waldron. And she says, Waldron, you are a kinslayer and a traitor to your house. Not even your death can avenge your deeds. I claim your soul as punishment. It is in hell that we shall meet again. And she takes her flaming sword, drives it deep into the heart of the king. The king lets out a grasp as his body starts on fire, and he passes away, and the king dies. And the knight, who was the queen, Alyssa, the queen before the current queen, she howls in a howl of triumph, and she vanishes in a puff of smoke. And everybody in the stadium screams. Lord Signmondo rushes forward, trying desperately, calling over clerics, calling over any healers he can. My God! The king is dead! I failed again! And the whole crowd just goes nuts and scatters out of the stadium. This devilish queen is too much for them. And that sounds like a good place to end it, with the king dead.
Wow.
Well, shit.
That didn't go the way we wanted it to.
Did
No.
these guards leave me alone, Malcolm, when this happened?
Just in time to see the king die. They all
Okay.
rushed forward and let you go. So,
Wow.
mhm.
Exciting.
Nice.
So we'll find out what happens next week. And needless to say, we'll say this at this point, there will be no knighting of the crown's guards, Knights of the Crown next session, because things had bad happen. And as a pop quiz, who now becomes queen?
Uh-oh.
Athena.
So she becomes the Queen Dowager. She married into the royal line, so she's called the Queen
The
Dowager.
queen's not blood.
Yeah, but Athena is. So Athena presumably is going to have a coronation soon. She's not technically queen yet, so she's not technically queen until the coronation. So the kingdom of Aglarion is now at a fuzzy time in its
Rulerless?
monarchy. Well, kind of. But yep, Athena will become queen. The queen will become the Queen Dowager. And the previous queen, she killed the king.
So
Did she have bat wings too? Was she the demon?
Oh yeah,
You
her
thinking?
wings spread out as she was about to attack.
Cool.
Wow.
And
So, if there's no king or ruler currently, does that mean there's no laws that Shinigami has to uphold?
Ooh.
law is the law. Even the crown is subject to the law. And I'll give you, there's a picture that I can't share, but I'll share it to you in Discord. That is the scene, and you see she definitely has wings.
Ugh,
Oh,
that doesn't look good.
Nope.
So, we'll proceed to see what happens next time, and Lord Steinmonder is just bawling his eyes out. Under his watch, a prince has died, and under his watch now a king has died. So
I didn't think they could make Athena look worse, but in that picture, she looks worse.
oh yeah, she's
Yeah.
right in the background there.
Right in the background, yeah.
Yeah. So former queen. Oh, last thing I was going to do before we end is I'm going to put you in Discord, and in Discord exactly what she said. That's what she said. Tune in next week for the Fallout.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks, Malcolm.
All
Thanks,
right.
everybody.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. We'll see
Okay,
you next
take
week.
care. Bye
Take
bye.
See
care.
you guys next week.